You're live.
Shalom, Hebrew. This is Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The I.S.U.P.K. today is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the man with the rank, the authority to be the leader of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today. I want to say Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Barakatam to my brothers, Yahweh Shamar Ailatan Basham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. Now the I.S.U.P.K. is dedicated to the re-education of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, or the Israelites of the Bible. They are the Israelites with name changed by the oppressor. I am Officer Abadawan, and beside me, brother and son, Officer Kayadwan.
Shalom.
Yeah, my big son. All right. Welcome to our law class, where we, what should I don't want to say investigate. What? Re-educate our people about
God.
the laws of the Bible, the laws of the Most High. No, when they talk about, when they tell our people about the Levitical laws, you know, that's a long time thing, man.
God.
And it's always the people who want to eat pork and lobster, you know.
God.
And who want to sleep with man and sleep with a woman, sleep with women.
God.
Always the one who want to have their own way. They tell you, sure, that's a long time thing. But really and truly, if you're experiencing the sufferation, why you don't say, sure, that's a long time thing, man? Yeah. Because it is what you are experiencing is from the what's the word? The curses.
God.
So why don't I say it's long time thing that? You're experiencing the curses, and the curses is from the same Levitical laws. But you can't say it's long time thing because you're actually feeling it.
God.
But true, you want to eat pork and you want to eat crab and lobster and you want to, well, we're on the thing there, we don't want to put it raw, but you want to, man want to be with man and woman want to be with woman. They say, sure, it's long time thing that, man. Well, the most I say, he is going to plague the nation when he's ready to free his people.
God.
Why we not here? Sure, it's long time thing that, man.
God.
All right. Continuing from the book of Joshua.
Another one gone.
Where we look at what happened in those days and the similarities of what is happening now. There is so much similarities of can't put it pressure, you know. I can't see it.
Yeah.
No. That way I have to carry out for it.
If it's not that close to me, now I see the word them properly.
Get myself in there so I can see it.
Yeah.
Right. So we can glance and see it. All right. So the book of Joshua, where Joshua was allotting lands. When you look back at what we had as a people and what we are scavenging for today, it's a shame, you know? It's a shame, man. How much cities Benjamin get again? We read it last week.
Benjamin got I think
was it in 18?
God.
Trust me, could have even 5.
Or 24 cities.
All right.
Thereabouts.
Could have even 5. If we had 5 cities today for what the Benjamites, the Caribbean people, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Guyana, well, Really and truly, Guyana is one of the northern kingdom, you know. Are probably mixed because they did bring slaves from the shoreline who would have been the southern kingdom up there. So yeah, they are Benjamites there. When you look at, if we had 5 cities that was fully ours for us to earn from, without an airport, cargo port, businesses, we would be in a better position. But because of disobedience, this is the amount that we have.
0.
Zero. And guess what? We are in the cities, you know. Still in the cities, man. As flat-foot hustlers, we ain't getting anything. And they are now clamping down on the flat-foot hustlers. But you know, that guy that they arrested on the beach, you saw that story.
Yeah.
That guy that they arrested on the beach, you know, it's a business place. He probably want to set up, you know. Yeah, I don't know the full story, but normally what they do, they take a piece of the beachfront, set up shop, meaning, you do look at probably steam fish, probably look at some sea thing.
Yeah, because you're like him, it's a businessman.
Thank you. So it's some business he probably wanted to do there.
Yeah.
But which would amount to flat-foot hustling because enough man.
Good.
Even though all the beachfront lands, certain distance in from the shore, is private. Beach from where the shore hits the land, certain number of feet in, that's the government's land. So that's a portion that most people seek to capture, like over SHALAM.
Okay, got it.
Right, which belongs to the government, which belongs to everybody. But it belonging to everybody, really give you the right as a one man to go and do it. But that to show is really flat-foot hustling going on there.
God.
So even that is being shut down. So what do we do now? What we turn to? What's the next move?
Most crime.
Look at the reggae. Reggae music, layman term, reggae music used to make a lot of pot boil,
God.
Mm-hmm.
Dance all and everything.
Thank you. You can keep a dance. You have the promoter. You have the advertiser.
I have a stage show setting, big settings.
The stage show was where the other races used to make some money.
Okay.
From nobody the other races used to make money from the dance, because we don't make liquor.
True.
We don't make liquor. And the liquor is the big thing in the dance hall, The only thing we make from now is like when the promoter doing more cooking. He make money from that. But when you talk about liquor sales, he only make money as a retailer. The other nations who produce the liquor, they make money. So probably they look and say, then hold on, if one dance can sell so much liquor, then can keep dance too. But in order for their style of dance to take ground with the people, they have to get rid of what the norm. They have to knock out the norm. Because if you notice, that what is norm for the dance hall in Jamaica? Bonfire upon a chichi man. If you're a woman, no man to man, no woman to woman.
Okay.
That's the culture of the dance hall. It goes against LGBT. So if they want to bring in LGBT rights, they really have to get rid of dance hall.
Okay.
And that's what we're seeing happening, because the dancehall culture that they are bringing in now don't burn fire on the LGBT movements.
More uptown.
You do what you want, do one thing. Nobody no business with you.
God.
But if we had to just listen to the Most High. Ever hear the saying, if River and listen to your mama, I want to run cook it.
Some new parables.
I know the parable. I say, I spent some time with my granny, and get to understand some of them old time things, which some of them make sense.
Really, man.
God. What that is saying, you know, the river, you know, river run and whiny.
Yeah.
But the head of the river normally run straight, you know. So because that's why the river move on. If you mean just follow where the mama saying, you would not be whiny down the hill.
God.
But of course, that is just a parable to tell children, you listen to your parents.
God.
Right. Even though we in the truth today, we can't preach, listen to the parents, you know.
Our parents
Because
educated by Christianity.
Thank you.
God.
Today we have to say, listen to Christ.
God. Listen to the I.S.U.P.K, you know?
Right. And the I.S.U.P.K is the voice of Christ today.
God.
So I.S.U.P.K is it. You have a lot of Christians tell about it's only the New Testament I believe in. So stupid. Not even know that there is no New and Old Testament. It's just one testament. It's just that one before Christ and one after Christ. But it's one testament because what we call the Old Testament spoke of Christ.
God.
Because we couldn't get it right. We just couldn't get it right. We couldn't get it right. Every time, so the most I say, you know, I love them people, you know, but I'm going to have to just let them go on and find one who can redeem and rule over them. Hence, we had Christ. Joshua was a good Christ. Well, Joshua was he was a form of Christ. Joshua was an excellent one. Moses never fight much war. Joshua was a warrior king. Joshua was the first UPK member. First UPK man. Warrior. All right, we begin at 19. Starting at verse 1.
Another one gun.
All right. Yeah, man, continue. Go on.
Another one gun. This is Joshua, chapter 19, verse 1. And the second lot came forth to Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families. And their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah.
All right, so Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to his family. So their inheritance was within Judah as well.
God.
And what did they get now? Who is the Simeonites today?
Simeon are the Dominicans.
Simeonites in the Bible,
God.
They are the Dominicans today.
God.
And what about them now? What they got?
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Another one gone. Verse 2. And they had in their inheritance Beersheba, or Sheba and Molada. Verse 3. And Hazar Shual, and Bala, and Azem. Verse 4. El-Tolad, and Bethel, and Arma. Verse 5. And Ziklag, and Bethmar Kabat, and Azar Susa. Verse 6. And Bethleb Oat. Okay, so Bethleboth and Sharohem, and 13 cities and their villages.
That's just part of it. Go on.
Another one gone. Verse 7. Ain, Reman, Ether, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages.
Right. The villages is what you would say the suburbs to the city. You have the town, and then you have outside the town where people live and farm.
Gone.
That's where your village come in, you know. Today, they in America, they say suburbs. Continue.
Another one gone. Verse 8. And all the villages that were round about these cities to Baalath, Beer, Ramat of the south. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families.
All right. So the Dominicans today, this is what they got. How much it is that? 13.4 is how much? 17. 17 cities. Let's think of a place like Kingston or Montego Bay. Or even maybe what we would call town today. Even that. Think of inheriting 17 of that. Place to do business. Whereas your people are the ones who lock shop and who open shop and collect taxes and decide what happens in the city rather than others deciding what happened to you in the city. We decide what happened to others in the city. Just think of that. That's what we had. Continue.
Another one, verse 9. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon. For the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. Therefore, the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of them.
Right, so they say Judah gets so much land. I don't have to give a next tribe some. But ours was pretty close to Judah too, which is why we couldn't run. When the other kingdoms decide to, the other tribes, when they split, north and south. We didn't have nowhere to go. Continue.
Another one, verse 10. And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun.
Why did Zebulun let Zebulunites?
Zebulun are okay, God. Zebulun are the Guatemalan and the Panamanians.
From Guatemala all the way down to Panama. God. That's Zebulun. And what is happening in those countries today? Unrest.
Yeah, especially in Panama.
Right. I think isn't the Guatemala and some of those who came down to America, that caravan that came down, didn't it come through Guatemala too?
I'm not quite sure.
Guatemala, no, Guatemala I think is below. No, they will be going up.
God.
Up. They will be going up to North America, right? But I think Guatemala was one of the countries they went through too. But for sure, it's one of the countries that the white man have his foot on. Just like they have it in Panama.
God.
So you're a Panamanian, yeah, if your father is a Panamanian native, then yes, you're a children of Israel. You're a child of Israel. You're from the northern kingdom. All right, what did the Panamanians get now? Panama to Guatemala, what did they get?
Another one, And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun according to their families, and the border of their inheritance was unto Sarid. Verse 11. And their border went up toward the sea and Marala, and reached to Tabashet, and reached to the river that is before Jokneam. Verse 12. And turned from Sarid eastward towards the sunrising, and to the border of Chislas Tabor, and then goeth out to Daberat, and goeth up to Japhia. Verse 13. And from thence passeth on along on the east of Gitta Hefer to Ita Kazin, and goeth out to Raman Metor, to Nia. Verse 14. And the border compasseth it on the north side to Anathan, and the outgoings thereof are in the valley, the valley of Japhtahel. Japhtahel, Verse 15. And Katat, and Nahalal, and Shimron, and Idala, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. Verse 16. This is the inheritance of the children of Zebulun, according to their families, these cities with their villages.
All right, so Zebulun got 12 cities with their villages. Now, if we were still there, we wouldn't be in trouble with the white man today, trying to join caravan to go up into what really is one of our brothers' land, but is controlled by the oppressor, taken over by the oppressor through war. Imagine, it's the same thing that we were supposed to do in the land. They come in America and do, you know, kill out who was in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, they do a better job than we are the Indians. They kill them out. How much of them leave now that can fight?
Not too many.
Even if they get back the warrior spirit right now, they are few in numbers. But I mean, yeah, the Most High does not delight in numbers. We know that, but at the same time, they are not so much. So they do a better job. Read our own stories and do what we were supposed to do to others. They doing to us, and doing a damn good job at it. Far better job than we did with our tough-headedness. Continue. All right, so on now 17.
Another one can. Verse 17.
So that was Zebulun.
Verse 17. And the fourth lot came out to Issachar.
All right, and who are Issachar today?
Issachar are the Mexicans right now.
Right, the Issacharites. They are the Mexicans. Woo! Not to mention their story. California was Mexico.
Texas as well.
Right. You know that it is said if California was a country, it would have been approximately the fourth richest country in the world.
By itself.
By itself.
Yeah. So it a pull the whole weight of America right now.
Probably about 80%.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Them California, that's where Hollywood is, you know.
Yeah. All I started in there, so.
And there's no business like show business. So the music, the movies, you name it. California is probably the richest state in America. Yeah, I don't think there is more. New York is more a metropolitan city, meaning movement, going to work, and so on.
Yeah.
California now is the city where
all the wealth accumulate.
The wealth accumulate. It is in the metropolitan areas, but if you make money in another city and you get so rich, California is the place you want to be. Like, so you move your wealth to California.
It's like our cherry garden.
Thank you. Cherry garden. Where former Prime Minister live, a bigger place than Cherry Garden, you know. Where that's her name again? The PJ did Billy Moss. Come on, what? What was her name again? But Cherry Garden is still a big area. But there's this other place, man, where no poor people don't live there. So it's up Constant Spring area there. No poor people don't live in that.
Mona?
No, man, Mona more down like I go U.T.E.C. Constant Spring is up north. Constant Spring is like you're heading
like Stony Hills direction.
Right. But you swing Norbrook.
Okay, go
on. How much, yeah, if I hear a man come, say, oh, a bad man, you know, Norbrook me come from, you know. You never hear that one day. I hear a man say, a bad man in a church, guys, because the first thing about to laugh as a punk. I'm like a rich spoiled kid. Come here. We need to search you know. He's a rich spoiled kid. Right. Those areas are areas. Yes, you have a lot of Benjamites there too. But conformed Benjamites who uphold the status quo. Yes, man. So these were places, cities. Norbrook is a stone throw from Kingston City. So that would be one of the villages that we would get.
God.
So who you would put in a place like Norfolk if you capture cities like that now? You would put your nobles, right? And then you would leave place like, oh, Riverton me come from, you know. Yeah, you leave them places and Tivoli me come from. You would believe in those places for the people in your who is under your rule, who is of other races.
God.
I want to check it out. It's the same thing they did to us. So Mosiah sure say, yeah, what? You should have done to them before they did to you, before they do to you. So the Mosiah have Christ this time to set it right. And the job of the UPK is to get the people ready for Christ.
God.
Christ and his return for true leadership. Leadership in this world that has never been seen. Nothing like this has ever been seen before. All right, so what did Issachar get now? What did the Mexicans get?
Gun. Verse 17. And the fourth lot came out to Issachar for the children of Issachar according to their families. Verse 18. And their border was toward Jezreel and Chesulak and Chunem. Verse 19. And Ephraim and Shean and Anaharat. Verse 20. And Rabbit and Kishian and Abeth. Verse 21. And Ramet and Anganim and Anhada, En-Hada and Beth Pazez. Verse 22. And the coast reached to Tabar and Shahazima and Beth Shemesh, and the outgoings of their borders were at Jordan, 16 cities with their villages.
All right, so what the Mexican got? 16 cities to rule over.
God.
And from the time of Moses till now, how much from the time of Joshua until now, how much they would have built more?
God.
Yeah, if we were able to hold on to what we have,
God.
we would be able to build more cities.
But I know we don't inhabit other planets, but I know if we
God have mercy. But maybe we'll be the one to looking at Mars and say, the children of Israel is so populated on Earth. We need another planet.
We need another planet. But I know we have been reach the stars with the help of the Most High.
Yeah, but you know, the amount of us the other nations kill out.
Yeah.
My father. So the Mexicans got 16 cities with their villages as their inheritance to rule over and to make wealth for themselves, so that they don't have to. That's so that they wouldn't have the oppressor now calling them spits
and wetbacks.
Spicks and wetbacks. Yeah. And crossing the river in filthy water. And when I say filthy water, I mean filthy water. Not yet. When I say filthy water, I mean raw sewage flowing in those waters. Yeah, that's what it boils down to now. All because of what? Disobedience.
God.
All right, so wait now, 23.
Gun. Verse 23. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar, according to their families, the cities, and their villages.
All right. According to their families. So what that shows you now? These cities used to be ruled by this family.
God.
That family. So and so family within Issachar. They named the families, right?
Gotcha.
Who were the sons whose name become renowned, right? So that family now probably inherit a city with its villages, and the other family, same thing.
God.
This is how the Most High treat us, and how do we treat him in return? No regards for him. 24.
Another one. Gun. Verse 24. And the fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher.
The Asherites. Who are the Asherites?
Asher is Slovakia, Chile, Colombia. Colombia and Uruguay, Slovakia.
Oh, no. And Uruguay, no. Two.
To Uruguay.
From Colombia down to Uruguay.
Gone.
So, the Colombians.
Gone.
Drug lords. You know, the Israelites are so known for everything that's bad. What the Mexican known for?
The cartels.
Transshipment. Because the Colombian they make the drugs. Yeah. Colombia they're known to be the drug makers.
Cancer. The plane that landed in Florida.
In Florida, there's a Colombian.
but it had a Mexican flag in it, you know.
Really?
Yeah, man.
So the Colombians and the Mexicans they moving good, man.
Yeah, man. They probably use Jamaica as them
transshipment from long time. The Colombia, the last thing Colombia did, you know, is that they get about some 40 odd keys or so and just let it go on the waters.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Fisherman. Just let it go.
That's what it appears.
So for escape.
I don't know. Or probably if you want to break into the market, you know, that's how you do it. You sacrifice something.
Okay. Give them up, make them run down, you know?
Right. So, you know, them 40 keys they are going to surface back, you know.
Okay.
To surface back. Because when the fisherman find it,
yeah.
what you more do with it? Sell it.
Okay.
By him selling it, what they are doing is opening up transshipment points. Maybe you check it.
Okay.
The whole 40 keys end up, all right, the man of West Kingston, probably the whole 40 keys end up under his hand. We buy them back and shop transshipment. And then them start to, what was that lucrative business? Want some more?
Decide for going out fully now.
Thank you.
You see? So now them can start supply.
Or them start let go some more. Make fisherman find it. Because in any case, it's going to come back. And the next thing you know, big man want a container. 40 key and nothing to them.
Turning a big
because
man
them make a whole them told as a factory them have, you know. So no matter. Yeah, man. So it's not by accident they do those things. But Israelites, man, using head in every kind of way. All right. So it's who's that then?
With the Asher.
Asher. What the Asherites get now? Asher is the one whose foot is wet in oil. Means riches. I think they know Asherite, man. Venezuela, which is the largest. You know, we always wonder why they so tight on the Venezuelan, only to find out that they have what? The largest reserve. One time they used to say the fifth largest, only to find out that it's not the fifth largest. It's the largest oil reserve in the world. I thought it was somewhere in the Middle East. So you know what that means. Israelite we don't have to go thief current again. We can produce electricity. We have the oil. Make the turbines. Put the other people to work, man. They don't make them slaves. They're just making them servants. Probably hired servants. Get some payment somehow. Right? And your people benefit and get some repayment for all these years of, all these thousands of years of sufferation. All right, verse what?
Verse 24. Verse 24. And the fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher, according to their families. Verse 25. And their border was Elkat, and Ali, and Bethed, and Akshaph. Verse 26. And Alam, Melech, and Amad, and Mishial, and reacheth to Carmel westward, and to Shiharlibnath. Verse 27. And turneth towards the sunrise to Beth Dagon, and reacheth to Zebulun, and to the children of Jiphthael, towards the north side of Bethlehem and Neail, and goeth out to Kabul on the left hand. Verse 28. And Hebron and Rehob and Selaki, and Ammon and Cana, even unto great Zidon. Zidon.
Why they say great Zidon? Zidon, sorry, Zidon was already a famous city.
God, Tyre and Zidon.
You know, Ammites control them too. So the Ammites were rich in this region, you know. Yeah, man.
God.
But even them promised restoration, you know. Zidon and Tyre. Yeah, the restoration is promised to them. Continue.
Another one, verse 29. And then the coast turned to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre. And
right, that is the twin city to Zidon. Right.
Another one, and the coast turned to Hassa, and the outgoings thereof are at the sea from the coast to Akzib. Verse 30. Yuma also, and Afek, and Rehob, 22 cities with their villages.
So the Asherites even got more cities than the Mexican, because what happened, you know, you get it according to the size of your tribe. So if a tribe is you know, no what people in your tribe, they ain't gonna get more than what you really have. But the Asherites, they are so big that they control several countries now. And the population in the countries are not small. Probably more people than we Benjamites.
The Asherites.
Yeah.
God.
Now the Colombia and what's the population of Colombia?
More than Jamaica. Sure of that.
Alright, we can find it. Colombia population.
And then you have to put Chile in that Slovakia, Uruguay and that, and Venezuela. We have to talk about a couple 100 million. 50 million.
Colombia alone, 50.3, and this was 2019. 50.34 million.
See Venezuela, the 28 million.
Right there.
Right, that's Slovakia.
28.5 to. So them are run up so.
That year by the year.
Oh, by the year. How it climbed.
Rest I chart.
Oh, those three countries: Colombia, Argentina, Venezuela. I think those are the thing there. The Asherites. 100 million people looking at it, you know. Wow. All right, map of South America now.
God.
And this one here is a good one. Can't see it. No, I can't see it. I'm gonna broke this now. Just click on it. So Brazil big. Alright. Venezuela.
Okay, Colombia, the right side of Venezuela.
Colombia, Venezuela. Or Uruguay.
Uruguay. Peru there. You have Paraguay, right? That's what Uruguay the weird on yourself.
and it's Colombia to Uruguay. And this is Colombia.
So you
So
might
that
have a
Venezuela.
Bolivia and that too.
This one here is a
That
Guyana. Right. So the native Guyanese are Asherites, but they brought some slaves there. Suriname, French Republic, Brazil. Brazil are Asherites too.
Yeah. Probably.
And if you remember, Brazil was, you ever hear about the BRIC countries, or the rising countries with the wealth? BRIC.
Oh, BRIC, yeah, man.
Brazil, Russia, India, and China. Right. So Brazil was one of them. So it's like they just pinch off piece of the land and then one left and call it Brazil. All the way down to Uruguay. And this is one tribe. The whole Latin, probably about some 200 million people. You know.
Okay, so basically, the whole of this would be Asher, except for Argentina and Chile.
Right.
Okay.
Right, so if you look on a map of South America, you'll get an understanding of what we are saying about the Asherites and what it means by. All right, hopefully by next week we can do the 12 tribe breakdown. I can see why they say Asher's foot is dipped in oil and what they mean by that. Right.
Holy
Well, so imagine prior to the white man coming around here, they had wealth. I mean, I'll show them people in there live in a bush. Because when you go in the same Brazilian jungle, so you see ancient cities. They show you why. It's the same white man close them. Just like how we're going to close a lot of theirs. I make bush grow over them. I make the land go back to forestry. Make the forest draw back rainfall in the place. All right, we finish?
We're there.
31.
We're there. 31 guns.
All right, read 30 again.
Gun of the one gun. And Uma. Also, and I.S.U.P.K and I.S.U.P 20 and 2 cities with their villages.
Right. 22 cities because of the size.
Yes, sir. That was, we reached farther than that. That was Isaac. We reached both.
No man, that is Asher.
That was Asher?
Yeah.
Okay, 31 basically close.
Right, 31 now you're closing off Asher. So go on to 31 now.
Gun of the one gun. Verse 31. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families. These
Continue.
These cities with their villages.
All right. Riches. So when let me tell you, I said this and I will always say this. When a Christian get to own a little car and one house and a job and come in a church and jump up boat, I am blessed and highly favored.
God.
If it wasn't for what's the word you say now? For being, disrespectful or we would just come to and tell them if you kiss, you know what. Yeah. Is this you're dissing the Most High? You want to know when Israel bless, where Israel get? Go and read Joshua.
God.
That's what Israel get when the Most High bless. We get cities.
God.
We don't get a car and a house and a job. That makes us servants.
God.
That's the reality. It's just that we are goodly paid servants.
God, making it in the oppressor's system, you know what I mean? And thinking that them reach somewhere.
Most of us who not in the employment where you try to create your own job, and then when you forget your money, they're not going to pay you.
God.
Because you're still a servant.
God.
Even when you run your own business for them. You want to know if you're not a servant?
God.
You want to be around some of the other nation who make it, the other races within your country here who make it, and you're here how they live. You wonder, geez, could I really live so? They have wealth outside the country.
God, because them take all of the wealth that they make in the country and bring it back to feed them country.
And to other countries,
to
and buy
other
real
countries.
estate in other countries.
God.
Now, if when they reach pension, you have a place in the States. Remember, rent expensive in the States, 1,000 US. You out here in Jamaica, you have a place in the States that you rent for 1,000 US a month.
Holy for money.
How much money they get in a pension? No, we don't have no pension out there. We pay. I pay that much. Not that enough. Yeah, them money their salary. And it's not that it can't carry you through. It can. Yeah. If you have that amount for pension in Jamaica, you're doing well.
You're good, man. You don't have to worry, you know?
You don't have nothing to worry about. God. Because you're not investing. 2, you're not saving up to buy a house or a car again. 3, you're not paying rent. Only thing you pay, light bill, water, and buy food. And what? Land tax. And pay your helper, your working staff. So chances are, it's not even just 1,000 US, they might be collecting 2,000-3,000 US. As a matter of fact, you have persons out here, the same Norbrook and so we talk about, they have properties up there that they rent to US diplomats, Yes, man, for some 3,000-4,000 and more US they renting to,
Oh, you mean
in Jamaica?
Yeah, man, I know, man. Come, sir, come.
But I know we own them place there.
I work at one of them
location
as security guard. And them rent out to the German ambassador.
All right.
You see, some stuck up people.
Lord have mercy, man.
You know what I mean?
Yes, man. I've heard security stories who have worked with for those kind of people. They say not even a cup of warm water to make a cup of tea. Sometimes in night cold. Few of them will come down and all in the night and sleep and wake and check for security and say, "What go on? You want something to drink?"
Few. Rare them do that.
And that is very rare.
You know when them do that? On them holidays. On Christmas. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And more time if you look on them funny, I wonder where them up to car. Them no normally.
They don't normally do say I wonder what go on. And then you remember say, "Oh, Christmas." That's why them nice. Right. Well, I've heard some stories now, like soldiers, like King's House.
God.
It's not security guard they use to guard King's House, It's the army do that themselves.
God.
King's House. I've heard soldiers who have been on guard. That time, but that was one GG. That was Florizel Glasspool. Pure good stories. And them said that this man here, man, is a, they have each government personnel what the term they use for them? We don't want to call them no elite workers, but those who work like the PM, the Governor General, the leader of opposition, and so they get a budget monthly for entertainment, to entertain guests, not the PA. When like you have an ambassador who doing a courtesy call or whatever on the Governor General. It's not the Governor General pocket pay to entertain him while he come visit him. The taxpayer pay that. What you expect? Them get a budget for that. So what GG, that Governor General used to do, what are them entertainment? They have a bottle of wine or whatever, then wake up in the night and then come all a drink with him. I can't drink them till they're drunk still. Give them a one drink. Maybe play a little domino with them and go back to sleep. And it's the only one we hear about. We used to, treat them like them. Sometimes soldier used to, like when the mood on the man used to long face when they forget. When they move them from that area to another area, pay long face.
Location.
That come like a luxury location, is the best treatment them get. And that GG was an Israelite.
Okay.
Yeah, that Governor General was an Israelite. Sir Flores. Yes. I am again. I am the genius in the female figure. You also love when they Miss Jamaicans. Every time when they Miss Jamaica, when they have Miss Jamaica concert, they also have to do a courtesy call on the Governor General.
Yeah.
That was his high moment in the car. They have to do a bikini parade for him.
Yeah.
So that was him say, and tell about the love of passion and love of, there's two kinds of love, a love of passion and a love of something another. Like I said, the love of passion draw tears, and the love of something, love, like when I said sympathy, love of sympathy draw tears, and the love of passion tear draws.
I think we hear that already. God.
So one draw tear and one tear draws. That was Sir Florizel. He was like that. And he was also one of the founding members of the People's National Party.
Okay, good.
And they never put him up front. It's the white man go front.
Norman Manley.
Yeah. Well, they made him Minister of Education and then he become Governor General. Yeah. But these are the one of, he was one of the lucky ones. You understand? You have some lucky Benjamites too. You have some lucky Judites too. But how much of them really look back to try and ease the plight of their people?
None of them, sir. Lucky. None of them. I think right now the Governor General, when name right now is a Israelite.
Yeah. Him again. The 70 man there.
Yeah. Gone.
But what him do? When do for people? Maybe more than one person. What can I do?
They can't really do nothing, you know.
No, they can't, you know.
Film job entails him being a slave to the Queen, Slovakia. Him do that now, losing job, losing in post. And he can do something.
You're talking nice. Let me tell you something. Your name again? Sir Patrick Allen. Yeah. Let me tell you something. You see, if they want to raise you, they can. You remember when the Prime Minister did name again? Bruce. Remember the story with the guy who did have the pig pen? They don't stop thieving pig them.
Yeah,
and they come over the news.
Yeah,
and the thing and them say, boy, me want lovely pig farm, and that time Bruce in just won as as leader. He was leader of the opposition and he became Prime Minister. Just win election. And the news, you know, them keep putting him in the news this man, so then keep on have thieving pigs. And because he don't have a good land when he can put him on. And he Prime Minister step in and get piece of land lease to him. So they can. Yes. He got land space and I think he get a grant too to build up the pen.
God. Okay.
Only to find out say the man brother in a TVP. He kill him. The one who was stealing it, the brother, then set up watchman. His brother worked on the farm. Then we hear commotion in the night, like, you know, stealing, and them go and look. When him look, I'm one of brother thief the pig. No, him frightened. Say brother kill him.
Oh, him brother we a thief the pig, them kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if
and he would have gotten. I don't remember which part, you know. He would have gotten away with it. But the police knew what was happening all along. The morning they come over, said the guy found it because he had become a public person. The situation had become a public situation. Yeah. The Prime Minister helped him and thing. The police then just go straight to your brother and go lock him up. To the surprise of everybody. The police don't know why it's the criminal. The police they say, yeah, we know what was happening, and we warn him. It's just that we never have any evidence against him at the time, but we know says him. They just go lock him up. I think he must have confessed to it or something like that. So they can help you if they want,
God.
But there's a but. That's all I can say. I don't know what is it.
They're not willing for help.
You ask when my other races help them, I help them good too. Tell the other races good, man. All right. So the one we were looking at was who?
Asher.
And the Asherites are reeking. Yeah, because believe it or not, the Brazilians are controlled by the white man, the Portuguese white man.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first country that slavery was done in the West. That's the experiment for slavery.
God.
Under the Portuguese.
God.
That's why they still speak Portuguese. And then when they look and them check it on them, yes man, it's lucrative, man. It's a lucrative thing. Then other European races, other European tribes start to go into slavery. And they capture pieces of land over here because the lands were fertile. Capture pieces of land and get the Africans, the Israelite slave from the coast of Africa, bring us into slavery and made wealth.
God.
Because we wouldn't listen, because the wealth was given unto us. Asher got 20 odd cities. 20 much?
Slovakia. 22 cities.
22,
God.
right, 22 cities.
God.
So imagine how much I will get now. Next one now we're going down to 32.
Another one gun. Book of Joshua, chapter 30, chapter 19, verse 32. The sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even for the children of Naphtali, according to their families.
All right, so Naphtali now is who?
Naphtali is the
Argentinian
Argentinians
to
and
Chile.
To Chile.
All right, let's see now. Where is that?
Right beside Asher.
Where is Argentina?
It's Argentina, yeah. Chile.
This is Argentina here.
God.
This is Chile. Right, side by side.
God.
So it's like whoever this white man here did love, whoever set a white man took over Chile, then love the sea coast.
God.
Look how them just skim off the sea coast from Bolivia.
Go halfway up into North America, South America.
Take away even the sea coast from Bolivia.
God.
From Peru all the way down. They took all that sea coast. Probably it was cotton they were planting. Cotton grow good on sea coast land,
Okay, God.
Probably it was cotton or coconuts. Probably, I think if you check it, probably it was cotton. So that was who again? Naphtali. And Naphtali. No, they are not the half tribe. The half tribe was Manasseh and Ephraim.
God.
All right. So what did Naphtali got now?
Another one gun, verse 33. And their course was from Eleph, from Alan to Za'anamnim, and Adame, Nekeb, Jabneel, and to Lakum, and the outgoings thereof were at Jordan. Verse 34. And then the coast turneth westward to Aznath Tabor, and goeth out from thence to Akkak, and reacheth to Zebulun on the south side, and reacheth to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan towards the sun rising.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 35. And the fenced cities are Ziddim, Zer, Emath, Hamath, Rakath, Chinneret. Verse 36. Adama, and Ramah, and Hazar. Verse 37. And Kedesh, and Adrai, and En-Hazar. Verse 38. And Iran, and Migdalel, Harem, and Bethanath, and Beth Shemesh. 19 cities with their villages.
19 cities the Naphtali's get. 19 cities and their villages to make wealth for themselves. Came around here, break off from how long, came around here now and is the oppressors' servants
God.
in the countries that they are lodging today. Now, the Argentinians, the oppressors has laid their feet down on the Argentinians so much. You ever watch football and see a dark black skinned person playing on Argentina side? No,
Never.
never. So they have turned them in such a race. They have turned such rebuke on the dark skinned Israelite that they think they are not the same.
God. Slack, yes, sir. And I think it's more Amalek mostly down there, so, you know.
Really?
Yeah, man. So-called Jewish man.
That would explain it.
God.
Yeah, that would explain it. Because the Argentinians, the ones that
them push up front.
Right, like they are the ones who close to the white, the set that is close to the oppressor.
God.
Who the oppressors would have made the taskmasters over their own people.
God.
Then they become such a taskmaster that they don't like their own people.
God.
Yeah. They despise the color.
So like, yes, sir. You see, when you look on them national team, like you see Messi, which Messi is a clear white man. You see? And many other white men on them football team. When you check them local league,
lot of blacks.
Lot of dark skin Argentina. You see?
Well, I've heard Jamaicans say, you know, say this is the only South American team that we don't back. You never see a black man. You never see a black man and people it. And you see a lot of blacks on the Brazilian. You name them. You see the blacks, the dark skin Israelites. You don't see them on Argentina.
God.
Because they are.
I guess that is why them can't win nothing. Prejudice.
Prejudice, yeah. Well, they were bold enough. I think it was them who was bold enough to take on England in a war over the Falkland Islands. You remember if them win. But you know that it is said that they were the ones who provide refuge to Hitler.
Yeah, I hear that too.
Yeah.
Like he never did them escape to Argentina.
God. And American and British service agents have seen him in the restaurants with his wife.
And nobody don't trouble him.
But nobody don't trouble him because the Argentinian government protect him.
Okay.
Which means there is some negotiation and trade off because no protect you have to give you something.
God.
And Hitler had technology. That's why the Argentinian army had come to what they were.
God, and the hypocrisy. And the hypocrisy, sir, because there is where Argentina is where the so-called Jewish man go to congregate. You know what I mean? Them full up down Argentina, the same place where Hitler, them oppressor, escape to.
I see. I mean?
So maybe all of this is just one big, conspiracy.
Show.
You know what I mean?
One big show make it to fool people.
God.
Like say Hitler
claiming they got oppressed.
Like Hitler gave them the world.
I mean, it's staged like we are.
Then I say, after we went through slavery.
Yeah.
So why we not get something? Why when we go after something, people don't say, boy, these were the people that were oppressed, you know. We got to leave them alone.
God.
Like how they do with the Jewish man. They say, boy, these were the people who Hitler oppressed, you know. We got to leave them alone.
So
and their wealth increased.
It's like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So basically Hitler and the Jewish man, to me, you know, come like I just the same people, you know.
Hitler's mother was a Jew.
God.
Hitler grew up Jewish.
And according to them religion, him would be a Jew because on the mother side them take it from.
Yes. And you know where the mother side thing come from?
What?
When they invaded Jerusalem, they married our daughters.
God.
So
yeah, God.
Them come up with something and say, oh, I married a Jewish woman, so
they're Jew.
Our sons are Jew.
Yeah.
I met the mother teach them a way.
Yeah, God.
Yes. So that's the only thing they could use.
Yeah, slack, yes, sir. It could be one big show, you know. Oppress, make stage a oppression.
Yes.
To gain the world sympathy.
So that you can take the world.
Take the world. Because at that time they had whole heap of power, you know.
Yeah, they had really had power. But they were moving for Jerusalem. They wanted Jerusalem.
Okay, see that. See, sorry, right on there.
They wanted Jerusalem, but they know that if they just move into Jerusalem like that, then the world would scream and say, hey, you're not a Jew.
So them send the whole world to war.
They just on stage. So what you think World War III? They are 3 wars and planning, you know, to get things fully in their way. World War I, they would take the lands, kill out many of those who already knew who we were, and the countries who knew we were, throw them down.
Okay.
The last one to fall was the one that went to war with the Northern Kingdom and took them out again.
Assyria.
Assyria lasted up to 19 something, you know. World War I.
Had pictures. Remember the picture them we that look
right, when we show them how the Mexicans they look like the Mexican.
Yes,
right, same way them look. Because the Mexicans would have been like the tribe serving under them. But even though it was the Northern Kingdom was serving under them, but it looked like more like the Issacharites. And you would see why. Because the Issacharites are workers. So you would see why they would love that tribe, eh? Now the Assyrians, even though they oppress us, they never take away our identity. So they went to war. All the countries who knew who the children of Israel were, they take them out. And the last one to fall was the Assyrians, right? World War II now, stage a thing. So you take out the countries in World War II, then World War II now, the Jews, the white Jews come forward. World War III now, supposed to put you back in slavery forever. Then you know, see that's what it is. Why you think they're pushing against the Northern Kingdom so much? All the little loopholes that you used to can earn money, then take time and block it up. But here in America, in the other parts of the Caribbean. So if World War III come now, what do you think? Then they just start open up farm and they want farm workers. You can't go anywhere to hustle. Because a war is on, so we cannot allow movements. So you hear that you have probably the lockdowns would come from about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. So you can't go hustle because they can't stop you. When a war is on, you know, you don't have no rights again. The state have total authority because it's a war. So then you can't say martial law. So then if you come and catch you and put nothing on it, then just cut your bread. Open the farms. And you hear that this farm is hiring. You have to go to work. What else we're gonna do? But the Most High is, this is not a this warfare is not carnal. This warfare is spiritual. The Most High sees what is happening.
God.
Hence coronavirus.
God, I guess them now will get World War III for them terms.
But they know that World War III is gonna be anybody's game.
God.
But they are setting themselves. If you notice, America have military base all over the world. Why?
World dominance.
There's a Russian top general who don't go in the media that often. Year before last, he did an interview. They asked him, do you think there will be a war with America? Him say, the question is not if there will be a war. The question is when. I said, why is that? I said, all right, look at America military budget. America military budget for a year combined exceeds all the other countries combined. So you add up all the other countries' military budget and put them together. Yes, America military budget still exceed that. So I'm saying, so what for? Why are you spending so much money on the military? What for? So we in Russia know that there is gonna be a war. That is why we keep on making these heavy weapons.
Yeah, because they can't get the quantity, because they have the money.
Right, so then are some deadly weapon. Because they have missiles now gone up to Mach
20.
20.
God. So
you understand the term Mach?
Yeah, man, Mach 20, man.
What Mach 1 mean?
Mach 1 mean fast as the speed of sound.
1 time the speed of sound.
God.
So Mach 20 mean 20 times the speed of sound.
America now that.
So guess what? When you get licking or sound no reach, sound no reach yet.
20 seconds later.
I think the F-16 I must be Mach 2 or something like that,
God.
I remember F-16 fly over Jamaica in the Gulf War. 2 minutes after I fly over, me hear the sound. It's
2 minutes?
Yeah, it's like, now you see, now you don't. As close as you and I here talking, I was talking to somebody and we couldn't say, look there. But I go,
God.
And then I went into, it was a class, and I went to the class and said, but somebody else saw it. And the person was in the class talking about it before me, and then I came through the other door and said, oh, no, see F-16 look one. And then somebody said, see it, me tell you. And they say, oh, we don't hear nothing. And then after that, everybody around go outside.
No.
Me and the other person who saw it, we stand up, look at the and say, got a long time. And that F-16 is 1960 something technology. It's old technology. Come from Hitler. It had them things that Hitler never wanted. But what Hitler had was prototype. He never really get to build a fleet, a stealth plane.
They never go into the war.
He just have a prototype. So America attacking from one side and Russia attacking from one side. That's how the scientists, nuclear scientists and so on, get to split in Germany. One side went to the Americans and one side went to the Russians. And they were so knowledgeable, which is why in Obadiah I say, oh T-man, because T-man is Germany, right? Oh T-man, where are your wise men? Like in Machiavelli, so what happened to your wise men? They can't solve this problem? Right. So America get half the Russian, half the scientists. Russia get half. And look what happened. The two countries become what? Superpowers. In weaponry. So that was what Hitler was sitting on.
Okay. Good.
And it's because of spy why they know. So if Hitler got 10 more years, what would happen? Or you say hello in Germany. I wouldn't be asking the question now. I would be just telling you. Hello in German.
God, because it's Germany that rule there.
And the earth you go for.
God. Yeah, I just him that use what I call it now, the original spirit of the white man. Just conquer the world and kill off everybody.
Right. Think of that spirit going unchecked.
God.
Just doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's them. That's the Germans. So you know, so that's the one to control.
America use a more two-faced kind of style, you know? Claim that it give freedom, but you know what I mean?
While the Russian does say Iron Curtain, you don't know what is happening here.
Yeah.
That's what the term Iron Curtain means. You don't know what is happening behind. That curtain is so thick you can't see through it. It's iron. It's ironclad. You don't know what is happening over there. Anything American they catch over their spine. Because before World War II, the Russians weren't communists, you know. They weren't communists. And Hitler, who became a dictator in Germany, was voted in office.
Free and fair election.
Free and fair election. But after him get it, him say, all right, no more.
Just take over.
I think Saddam was voted too.
Kind of like with Donald Trump.
Thank you. If Donald Trump, all right, let's say they had march on the Capitol and managed to wipe out some of them things. You know. Donald Trump could have possibly changed the Constitution. Who to tell? Because remember that the American military don't fight war on homegrown. So all they have to do is control the Republican. The what kind of guard they call them again?
National Guard.
The National Guard. Control the National Guard.
And that the president
all right.
Control them.
And you know, so the National Guard spin off from what's the term they use again? Militias.
God.
The National Guard was the militia prior to the American Civil War.
Okay.
Right. After the Civil War, they made them formal and become known as the National Guards. So the South know that this sham that you come telling us about voters and so on, and a vote we did vote you in. You took it by force. The South know that. But it's just that they are not organized and they don't have the military might to properly march on the capital. It's just that. But they know what they said they didn't get it. By you come tell us about, oh, so go and vote and blah blah. You didn't get it. You didn't get it by vote. You get it by war.
It's luck, yes, sir. See Donald Trump come out and say like him have a run again. He might run again. You know, either him or I'm picking them or somebody.
But who else you have in the Republican as popular as him? Nobody.
Him and the Republican Party, you know. So that's it. Big problem upon the horizon right now.
It's all the doings of the Most High.
God.
Because you have this pandemic that is going, it's not checking. Causing shutdowns upon shutdowns. So we know what happened in a shutdown. No money can make, really.
God.
Some companies make more money, but the majority of people don't. So the time will come when they just have to war it out.
War for the
who survive. Just war for the little resource. They can print money, yes, but what are they going to do with it when nobody can move around? What are they going to do with the money?
The dollar now have the strength to have.
Look what happened to Saudi Arabia's oil during the shutdown. No takers.
God, sir.
Right? So you could print all the monies in the world and give Saudi. At the matter of Saudi Arabia had to be paying people to keep the oil.
God.
Which probably that's why oil price got up so low. Petrol got way up, you know. Gone up, man. Probably going to hit $200 before the year end. Yeah, man, guys, because it's at 150 something. On most pumps. Some pump is 160 something. And possibly if you go in the uptown region, you probably be seeing 170 something now. So if it continues, it's going to hit $200. What happens then? Because this might not go down when it is at $200 unless there's another shutdown worldwide, which may or may not happen. But all hope is in a vaccine. But just remember Obadiah, it's at something that is going to come, which they can't get rid of, which the Most High is going to tout them. That is why I say, we are your wise men. We mean the ones who solve the problem.
God. And I think,
where are they?
God. Germany are one of them. Germany make the Pfizer vaccine.
Something like that. No, America.
But
you know, say anything America where engineers also are Germans behind it.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Donald Trump and German really. No?
God.
You know that, sis? In 4 parents. Oh. In background is German. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the whites you see in America, when they become and says, I'm American. From where?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you don't know. But after World War II, millions of Germans went into America. They are the ones pushing the American economy now. America never rise to no superpower until after World War II, when they took over the Germans. Right?
So at the time, Germany is
so Pfizer probably have a German background to it.
God. Mm-hmm. I think when I vaccine them, though, when I big one them, Germany make.
All right.
What is the name of the next one?
You know, remember now?
So like, maybe I'm wrong, but I know
no,
Germany probably.
Germany like that's one. German engineer everything. Worst they hear them say this is some liquid technology.
God.
You know, Germany behind that. The original white man from America, you know, who has been in there for the hundreds of years of slavery, is more down south, you know. What they have is more a plantation type mentality, which is why the South is the way it is. Feel like them should continue oppressing us to work for them. But the one up north now, we have technology, engineering, and so on. If not,
more excluded.
Yeah. If not, if it depends on your labor, we can go make a machine. If you plow the field. So if not, it depends on you. That's the job. German engineering. So we as Israelite boy future, if remember, it's only Christ going to save us. Because we know not what their Space Force. They have a total robot police force. They tried the other day, you remember?
I know so they might make some. AstraZeneca. Yeah, the one there. Gone, sis. That's the one I'm talking about. Who produced that?
Can Google it.
When I think of Russia.
They start rolling out sensitization because even today you had persons in.
I want to say that a free one or them. They have one free one.
Oh, at this we get.
Yeah, what they did is that they handed out flyers. They didn't go to the that they were at, but they were giving vaccines today.
Okay.
AstraZeneca.
So AstraZeneca, the one where we get the 50,000 dose.
I think Pfizer will get more.
Pfizer will get.
Okay.
The AstraZeneca is the second dose, I think.
Okay.
Second shot that you'll get.
Oh, so you will get the Pfizer first, and then the AstraZeneca.
They will tell you when to come to get that one.
Okay, Kansas.
AstraZeneca. Oxford, AstraZeneca. I wonder if England.
England, yeah.
But these white nations are so mixed up now.
You can't. Which part it make? Slack.
AstraZeneca.
Origin. Maybe.
That's something about India. AstraZeneca for India.
It was also in the news that India donated vaccines to us there.
That must be AstraZeneca then. But it coming from India don't mean that India make it, because the white man don't just the same. Should India increase Covishield dose gap after Lancet study. All right. So one thing we know for sure is that they don't know. It's like an experiment still with the vaccine. They don't know for sure how would it work. So first thing they say, you have to be observed for at least 15 minutes to see if there's any side effect. Never start to twitch or something.
Even at present, the COVID symptoms are that which you probably might that might come out after you get the vaccine.
Okay.
Symptoms of COVID, more like you get like the
Flu.
The flu symptoms,
Mm-hmm.
the vomiting, diarrhea, the shortness of breath, the coughing,
Yeah.
certain symptoms.
Yeah.
Tiredness and loss of appetite is a possibility that you'll experience those after getting the vaccine.
Okay.
Okay. But one thing came out from the study they did on person who caught the COVID is that they live with some ailment. COVID leave them with some kind of ailment, which they're wondering why.
Some swelling of the heart or something.
Something.
God.
Now, this vaccine is for the strain of the COVID-19. The variants where the virus mutate, they know they don't have vaccine for those. So you can be vaccinated and still catch one of the variants. So they were saying, one of our medical professionals was saying, now that they found the British variant out here, they have to now search for, and it's just 7 cases, They have to now search for the Brazilian and the South African. Because if we are hit with the 3 variants, then it's game over. Basically, that the man say. Because if they find it, it's no question, total lockdown again. Well, the good thing about the lockdown this time, we have my son there with me. I have a big son here with me in the lockdown this time. If they should come up with a lockdown. But
still a navigator way through them lockdowns.
Man.
So that, yeah.
We even kind of enjoy last year lockdown. I get some sleep. It's a rest.
God.
If they come with it this time, well, I don't go to the people somebody before they do. But lockdown is just a time for you Israelites to spend with your families. It's the most I giving you that. Giving you a break from the system to actually stay in and observe you and your family, work with you and your family.
God, and the less out and about you are, the less sin you commit against him. So
exactly. Because guess what? All the mate them outside they start balling. Ozzy, man have to stay home with the wife.
God.
So they're not getting nothing. Joe Grind him suffer.
Joe Grind have to stick to him own lady, You know what I mean?
Some of them now not.
Some of them now have none. You know what I mean?
Let's stick to Miss Ann.
Yeah. Annie Palmer.
Right. But the good thing, because the lockdown, no prostitutes on the street.
God.
Alcohol is not a sin, but the drunkards now know where to go and drink.
God.
The weed man is only the stock that him having can sell out when it done. Only, can't go nowhere to buy none.
So lucky, sir. Only initially do the murder did go down, but you know what I mean?
That first COVID, the people were so, even the murderers were afraid. Yeah. No crime.
God.
No crime, even them were afraid. That's how you know that this was God. That's all you know. Everything get a break. All sin get a break, including church.
The biggest one. And still here, sir. May I see where the church now, they might be defiant, you know?
Yes,
It's
that
like-
lady who got locked up,
God,
that pastor who got locked up.
God. And my way
Mhm.
here, my pass church funerals. Well, funerals still, you know what I mean? That
The funeral lockdown came in effect, I think, yesterday.
Okay, God. But
It's no funeral.
pastor church full in session loud. Like them a try defy, you know what I mean? And when we realize with the Christian them, there's a thing going around say it man-made.
Mm-hmm.
So I just the
It's
devil,
the devil and the
and
white man
I
are trying to do
them
it.
down.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? Them a try. So basically this is them fighting Satan while keeping church. You know what
Not
I mean?
knowing that it's God they're fighting.
God.
If they were reading the Bible, they would understand.
God.
And because they're not reading the Bible, I don't think it's man doing it.
That just sounds dumb and arrogant.
God.
Because you find that many times when I encounter them in the health facility and they come, they try to, give them instructions as to how you go about conducting yourself, the social distancing, what you need to do to keep yourself protected.
Mm-hmm.
Now wear this, now wear that, now do this, now do that. And many of them are Christians.
But remember, all the Christians that line up behind Donald Trump, with the same kind of arrogance. But you're forcing them to wear a mask. You're taking away their rights.
God.
Backside, the gunman will kill you out and the gunman will take away your rights.
And those are the white supremacists.
All right.
See?
So you know that Christian and the white supremacists.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
God.
But remember that white Christ that was given to the church has its roots in white supremacy.
God.
So it's not a surprise
God.
that Christianity is many of them unknowingly because the doctrine of white supremacy is what is in the church.
So is it safe to say, sir, that Christianity spread white supremacist ideology?
Of course.
God. That means
unknowingly too.
Unknowingly. But it resonates well with them Christian mind.
How do you mean?
God.
Because when you go there and try to show them what the Bible really say, come against you, they don't want you.
So I'd rather listen to some white supremacist conspiracy person, you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even when they know that it's a Kool-Aid they're drinking, they still drink.
They don't care.
They don't care.
God.
Jonestown thing, man. That's why I'm going to reach them. You know what? The Jonestown massacre.
It's lucky, Jonestown, Jamaica.
Nope. The Jonestown, Jamaica name after that. Jonestown, a man named Jones in America. What came up with a cult. So them
the Kool-Aid.
Them go and build a community by themselves.
God.
When them see say now decide to kill off everybody.
God.
That was how the Kool-Aid came in.
God.
Black people was there, I think white was there too. I don't know what if you research you will understand what was the purpose of it. But Christianity not the same thing, man.
God.
Jonestown.
So they name Jamaica Jonestown R5?
I think so, but the Kool-Aid part ain't coming yet. The Kool-Aid part ain't coming yet. So after the Kool-Aid part coming in, like they still keep the name.
God.
All right. So Israel, we are all in this because we did not listen. That was even the one Dan, even Dan, who is not in. What they can identify Dan today. They got something though. Let's see what Dan got. Verse 40.
Another one come. Verse 40. And the seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan according to their families. Verse 41. And the cause of their inheritance was Zorah and Eshtaol and Shemesh. Verse 42. And Sha'alabim and Ajalan and Jetla. Verse 43. And Elan and Timnatha and Ekran. Verse 44. and El-Teke, and Gibetan, and Bealat. Verse 45. And Jehud, and Bene Berak, and Gat Rimam man Slakia. Verse 46. And Mejarkam Kan, and Rakan, with the border before Jaffa. Verse 47. And the cause of the children of Dan went out too little for them. Therefore the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelt therein, and called Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father.
So you see, I mean, we want to learn what we do. We take it.
Yeah.
Not today. Today you're a squatter. Go and take it. You're squatted. That's the way it is today. But it's all because of punishment. Because these cities that we got was by allotment. We were supposed to eradicate the place of the inhabitants. But instead, we made them what? Tributaries. Yeah, man. Because we like to cock up foot and collect taxes.
Easy money.
Yeah, you know where that coming like. Give me an example of that today.
Prostitution.
No. Extortion.
Okay, God.
A big thing, you know, a big money thing, you know. This stay there.
God.
The extortion of Spanish Town a couple years ago, you know. They did that. They went into the underground and did a tally, a survey. If you get the idea when the money is passing through their hands. At that time, it was over $1 billion per annum. And this was a couple of years ago. So what is it today?
One city.
Don't alone. Yes, from just extortion.
God.
And same little loader man thing. I don't matter not even loader man. The boss them have to pay.
Yeah. God. People don't really consider the loader man them thing.
Loader man, they used to have to work with them.
Okay. God.
So every taxi man, every vendor, every shop.
You have to pay them tax.
Right.
God.
They were very cool. I mean, they was on Evangelist function. I watched the man knife the man face.
Cut him in the face.
Just use the what they call that knife again?
Ratchet.
Yeah.
It was just bursting up his far, that's shocking.
I see something similar like that.
Because he refused to pay the money.
I see something similar like that in our town already. A man used the back part of the knife and I stabbed the man in the eye. They not stab him for killing him, you know. But I took him up with it and thing, cut up his belly and all them thing there with it because I never want to pay.
In plain sight.
In plain sight.
All right. You know that which is why police catch you with a ratchet knife and ask no question, you know.
God.
But I was only like if me then I'm a big man, then see me catch me enough time. But before coming into the troop, now I could ratchet again. And then I really take it away because I say, all right, you look like a working man. Or you once look like a rude boy and then find with the ratchet.
Sleep or jail for the night.
Because you're the purpose for doing that now. To get the opportunity to process you through the system.
Okay.
Get your fingerprint, run your print high and wide. So say if a print ever come up on one gun with them, whatever, find it a man thing will be and catch you dog and so. Is you, they'll ship you back up there for charge. That's the purpose for doing things like those.
God.
And that's the purpose for curfew as well. And state curfews. When you notice when violence in certain communities are on curfew,
God.
The curfews will take away your rights. So they can come and hold you and carry out the process.
Okay.
So because what happens sometimes when it's a violence flare up in some communities, the agitator is normally imported from another community.
God.
So they want to catch them. They use curfews now to take away your right. So no matter who you be, they hold you, and if they hold you wrongfully, you can't do nothing. It just all.
God.
We can't do anything
So
because
yeah, and even if you think that though, you're going at them system as an offender or some kind of criminal breaking the law, like for example curfew them. Reach curfew and then catch all this checkpoint and thing. Them thing they go on police record and all them thing there.
if they have been charged, there's only cases where them charged.
Okay.
And then they have certain amount of years after you've been charged for it to be expunged. Means that removed from your system.
Yeah.
From your records. In America, expunging take a couple $1,000 over money. But out here, luckily for us, it almost expires itself.
Okay.
You don't have to pay to get it expunged.
Yeah.
I think it expires itself. So things like when weed charge never used to come show up, and weed charge used to show up on criminal record, you know. And it used to block a lot of people from going overseas.
Yeah.
Like when they're filing for you, like when the parents go and file for them, and they must say to the Americans, it's them little charger. The Americans say, it's your system we're using. Why are you making the people them criminal? Okay. Yes, that's one of the reasons for the decriminalize. Okay. If you notice, they decriminalized ganja before it free up in the world, you know. But the decriminalization was in that even if you are charged, they can charge you for a certain amount, but if they catch a man with a spliff and him saying go before the judge, it don't go on him record. Because what the Americans brought out to them is that it's not we Americans doing this to your people, it's you doing it. Yeah. Because when we ask for a criminal record, it comes from your system. So it's you criminalizing your people. So that forced our government now to revisit the way they really treat persons who have been charged under the system. And of course, trust me, the underground system makes some money because someone with a record they really export, boy, they run some money and get some
fake identity.
No fake identity, man. Police record.
Fake police record.
There was a time, you know, once you go for police record, you know, once you enter the vicinity where you go for that, yeah, man, some, what you call them now, touters approach you first and say, where did the police record you come from? Yeah, man. All right, here we are. Have a link, you know. How much? And him tell her, give me money and he go to who him to go to. Yeah, man. So the government has to do is move it and put it somewhere else where touters can't out. But that was, believe it or not, that was what saved a lot of the persons who were able to have certain charges. I mean, they do the time already still, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You do the time already, but it's still on the record. So they have to go to the underground way of getting it done. And this is what the system forces our people to do. Because the oppressor was to oppress you and want to oppress you unto death. What is making some change in Jamaica now is this 2030 vision that you hear them talk about. But it makes you wonder if it is good or it's bad, because what is happening? In that 2030 vision, LGBT free up. And in order to free up LGBT, a lot of the things that we talk about get locked down, dance hall and so. So, Vision 2030, is it really for us?
Probably not. Sir. And they are very timely in achieving their objectives, because some things that you see happen years ahead of this lockdown of dance, you know, the culture.
All in the plan.
It was all in the plan for years. But you couldn't see it until you see it manifest when you go back in memory.
But that's why the most I put watchman, that's why I.S.U.P.K now in Jamaica, to be the watchman for his people and to build a lighthouse. Well, to find the house, we need a light on it now. So that our people can see that beacon in these troubled times and know where to go for answers. because that's what it boils down to. You most likely going to relegate us to a life of farming so that we can become independent of the system, right? Self what? Self-sustainability. And then from there, because everything begins there, once you farm, then you're going to trade with each other, right?
God.
Maybe you get a good crop this year and everybody want your crop, so you get some money. With that money, you can do other things, right? Maybe a time might come where you want to take a taxi or somewhere, but you can't. You know? I remember there was a time before PJ taxi wasn't a common thing, you know. Yeah, man, if that one country bus left you, you better wait till tomorrow morning before you leave, you know. Luckily, down here never runs, so, you know. Years always run like the city from way back, where we are now. Yeah, always run that way because the plantation, you know, you have to get things moving. So yeah, transportation back then used to run up until probably about 1 o'clock in the night, you know. Yeah, man. Is it like a general con artist that make it stop because then I no money and then come on and take the bus, and when they reach. Many nights we used to just hear the foot when the vehicle stop out there and come out and they say, fear, you just hear the foot them in like that. Run down if the doctor. Not pay no fear. You think Jake sees it? So what the bus man did was just stop run after certain hours. So the man who gets stranded on the road stay out there till the next day. But look, you know, then again now, the answer then becomes robot now. The robot man go out there and make some money. So you still get to reach home. But you have the deep rural areas now. If that one bus leave you, no taxi now come, no nothing, and you can't walk too far. So you have to catch that one bus, get up early to go where you want to go. The bus comes back through the evening sometimes, but can't afford. But now you have the taxis will take you into almost anywhere, anytime. Right? And people are eking a living out of that. But the bad roads are taking a toll on the taxis. Lick out them front end, they spend back the money in front end parts and gas, fuel. You know what I'd answer to that going to be? I have fear.
Which me hear them talk about that already. Raising the fear.
Right.
Well, I hear that taxi man them a call for that. I'm not sure where that day in the books, but I know say them a call for it.
All right. So when they call for that, well, in a way,
raise the fear on nobody now work and you know what I mean.
So well, right. So you see the problem now that the COVID the spin-off, you know, seeing other things more than just the shutdown now. Because one construction materials gone up, you know. Everything gone up. Except wages.
Enough wages get cut. Nobody now work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then now you can't say, well, you know, they need to raise the wages because who paying it not making no money either. So the most I know putting you in a jam, in a predicament. The same jam and predicament that these people suffered. Right? But in all of this, is these people now is going to realize that, you know, I need to separate.
Yeah.
So that the system can't go pay you.
System now help nobody right. Well, soon can't go help nobody.
Can't help nobody.
You see?
So I'm going to stay home and survive the way they used to survive. Farm something. Just don't farm a fool of yourself. Right? That's the way to survive. All right, I want to wrap up this allotment that was done.
God.
All right, so we can look at the next allotment. So tribes got their allotment, but Joshua got for him allotment. But of course, it is within Judah, but Joshua got his allotment. For 49, start 49.
Another one, gone. Verse 49. When they had made an end of dividing the land for inheritance by their coasts, the children of Israel gave an inheritance to Joshua, the son of Nun, among them. Verse 50. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath Serah in Mount Ephraim.
Mount Ephraim, man.
And he built the city and dwelt therein.
All right. You know, there was a a town among our Maroons that named Mount Ephraim. Yeah? Our Maroons have a village named Mount Ephraim. A lot of the Maroon villages is Mount this and Mount that, just like it was in Jerusalem, in Israel days.
Salakia, sir. Could it be that them maintain some of the history?
Yes, because they didn't go through the slavery, the hundreds of years of slavery like we. But they managed to. How you think they helped to survive in the bush? They found the what Puerto Rico is again? Puerto Ricans, they are
Ephraim.
Ephraim?
Gotcha.
All right, they're from the Ephraimites who were living here before.
God, them are Arawaks.
What they call the Tainos. They found them and joined with them in the bushes.
Okay. God.
Which is why their ear look different from you and the eye look different.
God.
For them, I have the real red eye that the Bible describes.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to make a journey in there one day, you know.
Yes,
we're going to make a journey in Maroon Town. You're going to see how them look. Right, so that was Benjamin and Ephraim mixing. Ephraimites were here before, so they know the interior of the land, they know the land. They taught it to them to survive. And they survive off guerrilla style living, guerrilla warfare. That was how our Maroons were able to survive.
So many of the Maroon them could be Ephraimites.
Yeah, because the Arab men probably would have taken the daughters of things. So a lot of them probably are Ephraimites.
God.
Yeah? Who knows? Go far reach.
Verse 50. Verse 50. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath Serah in Mount Ephraim. And he built the city and dwelt therein. Verse 51. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel divided for an inheritance by lot in Shiloh before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So they made an end of dividing the country.
All right. So what they mean by lots? These was really like they use a tamayam, the die. And the priest would use to determine who get what. Today we don't know it well, but that was what they did.
Probably it's a gamble, like you know.
Maybe I might be, but there was a time when we used to love play scraps, You
know the American when them throw the dice against the wall and the street
on the streets. Yes, right.
Yeah, something like people that. Yeah.
But in the
you know something like that.
You know that in the casino, that game is one of the high stake games. I think it is I think call it blackjack where the dice roll around the table.
Roll around the table like things.
Yeah.
God.
I think they call it the blackjack.
If it fall upon 21 or something like that.
What do you bet on?
Yeah.
There's a good stake in that game.
God.
The same thing. Those same dice that they use to determine the allotment of each tribe. Now these was the Most High's blessing. I'm saying going to make you once you serve me, I'll make you over the other nations. No poor man can over nobody more than him household, and he can hardly over him household. That's why I'm get. All right, but anyway, he give you wealth so that you can rule the world. You can pour and rule the world. That's why Trump have so much stock, right? Because he went in there. I mean, the president's salary was so small that he don't need to do charity. He don't even collect it. Him just write it off to charity. That's why Obama can agree though. Because of course Obama look him salary every month. While Trump will write off that to I don't know what happened before Trump going to the White House.
To some charity with him own.
remember before Trump went in the White House, you know, Trump was staying at Mar-a-Lago. Because Mar-a-Lago is a palace, you know. Yeah, man, it's a modern day palace. They had to do some fixing up in the White House before him going there.
Like I said, it was below his standard.
That's below my standard, right? Which was true still, but so guess what now? When Christ returns, we're going to look at the cities of the world and say, you know, those little places that you have our people, them Tivoli and them Waterhouse and them Riverton. Those places are below my people's standard.
Put the white
Tell you what, you up there in Cherry Gardens, you up there in Marlborough and those places. You get out there. You have a chance. We give you 24 hours. It's that. And you can just negotiate and take you out by force and kill you out. So you can't come back. You can't live to tell your children them say, you know, say, I'm there saying I feel. No?
Send some of them down a Riverton, you know?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man, for working at the scrap iron.
Yes, send them and then children all go down there.
God.
Kill them off and send their children go down there, go sort out garbage.
God.
You have the Most High people who are supposed to be ruling the world, sorting out garbage. Nah. Table going to turn. All right, questions?
Yeah, no questions right now, sir.
Questions, sis?
Good class.
All right. All right, so with that, we pass the class over to Priest and Officer Kayadwan.
All right, Captain. All right, these are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the Commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3 verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation, the Passover, 14th day of the first month, Thursday, April 24, 2021. And you can find this in Exodus 12, verse 1 to 51, Leviticus 23, verse 4 to 5, 1 Corinthians 5, verse 7 to 8, and 2 Chronicles 30, verse 17. Reminding Akiam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, we say a marjum, which means to stand. Turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shawashamayam, Kwadash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Tabaha, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamaya, Nathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawabwat Nawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kawabwat Yanawa, Walaha, Tabaya Anawa, Wanasayawan, Abad, Awashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwat, Wa'ala, Watapara, La'aywalamya, Amen.
In English, our Father which art in heaven.
Our Father which art in heaven,
Hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
will be done in earth.
Thy will be done in earth
As it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread,
And forgive us our debts.
and forgive us our debts,
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation,
But deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom,
The power and the glory.
and the power, and the glory,
And the power and the glory. Forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth,
And all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh.
in the name of Yahweh,
Listen to us now.
listen to us now,
Right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses,
And punishment and
and
destruction.
punishment and
To the
destruction
heathen
to the heathen
that speak against us.
that speak against
Thy
us,
prophets.
thy prophets,
The teachers.
the
The
teachers,
princes.
the
The
princes,
priests.
the priests,
The Israelite brothers and sisters.
the Israelite brothers and sisters,
Salaki. The Israelite brothers and the school.
the Israelite brothers and the schools.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses,
And punishment and destruction.
and punishment and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathen,
And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel.
and shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel
That refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches
To enter into thy
to
sanctuary.
enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses,
And punishment and destruction.
and punishment and
To
destruction
the Edomites.
to the Edomites
And the nation.
and the
And
nation
their drug dealers.
and their drug dealers,
The court system.
the court
The
system,
prison system.
the prison system,
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood,
All the governments of our enemies.
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church, the Pope,
Islam.
Islam,
Christianity.
Christianity,
Egyptology.
Egyptology,
Militia.
militia,
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads.
Skinheads,
Posse Comitazi.
Posse Comitazi,
Gay movement.
the gay
The
movement,
lesbian
the
movement.
lesbian movement,
Spies.
spies,
Workers of witchcraft.
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space program.
NASA space program,
Army.
Army,
Navy.
Navy,
Air Force.
Air Force,
Marines.
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet
open up the internet
and the airways.
and the airwaves,
Cable access channel.
cable access channel
And the radio channel.
and the radio channel.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop us
and bring swift destruction
and bring swift destruction
to all the heathen
to all the heathens
that stand in the way
that stand in the way
or try to stop us
and try to stop us
from broadcasting your word
from broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth.
Through the earth.
And consume them.
And consume them.
Let the plague shake.
Let the plague shake.
The house of the thief.
The house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let Yahweh,
let Yahweh,
Michael and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucers.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathens.
And punish all the heathens
that come up against us.
That come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That it is the angels that have done it.
That is the angel that has done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. All right, this is the prayer for the power. In Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Baba Kwasha. Nasan Lanawa. Akak. Larapa. Kalmakala. Wakal Madawa. Akak. Lata'ar. Amatazaria. Akak. Lahakwayam. Amatiam. Akak. Ilrakawa. Atamala. Lagarashan. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Tawada Aman. In English.
In English, Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
For to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
For to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
For to cleanse the lepers.
For to cleanse the leper.
For to raise the dead.
For to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. One courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajum Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yaramata, turn and face the sister. Men of Israel, Amajum Shabbat, Amajum, Barak,
Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yaramata, class dismissed.
All right, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to pay your tithes. Shalom.